This is a significant development in our capital markets.
GameStop shares tanking today. Robinhood and other brokers making it tougher to trade the stock.
They were allowed to take your money and give you nothing.
We let the news stop being the news.
$22,668,000 fine.
For breaking the law over and over and over. And I don't mean parking tickets. I mean manipulating markets.
This is just...
Now, if you have any money invested in the stock market, you're going to want to check out an explosive new documentary film, Apes Together Strong, directed by Portland filmmakers, the Mulligan brothers, gives us an inside look at the world of retail investing. It follows the so-called Reddit revolution, showing how small-time investors, or apes, are shaking up the stock market right now. And filmmakers Finley and Quinn Mulligan joining us live this morning with more on what viewers can expect here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And the film is getting great reviews as well, so congratulations to you. In the film, I watched it myself, and I thought it was brilliant. You say you never thought you would make a movie about Wall Street. So what inspired you to make it?
Well, we were invested in GameStop in January of 21. We saw what happened. We were, pretty enraged about it, and saw how the media was kind of treating people like us who took a bet on themselves in the stock market and were, robbed of that good bet. And we have these certain set of skills, filmmaking, so we decided that we wanted to dig in and find out what exactly happened and try and correct the narrative as to who we are. Not just a bunch of basement-dwelling weirdos, but people who are interested in their own futures and investing.
Now, in the film, you describe what happened in that well-documented GameStop short squeeze where small-time investors ran up the price of the stock to stick it to the big investors who had shorted the stock, forcing them to cover their losses. It's what happened next. That's one of the big points that you make in the film. So what exactly happened there, and why could this be a cautionary tale for small-time investors like us?
Yeah, I mean, these investors, instead of tucking their tail and running when their own brokers took away their ability to buy their stocks, they dug in and they started to investigate as to what happened. And they found out things like even the SEC in their report found no evidence of shorts causing that by covering their positions. So instead of running, we stayed on Reddit. We've been researching ever since, and we now kind of lovingly call it the sneeze, the GameStop short sneeze. But we're continuing to fight for finding out the ways that retail investors are really treated like the product in our capital markets. And that's kind of been the most eye-opening thing for us throughout this whole experience, is that as we've been going through this, we have learned all of the ways that Wall Street siphons money from Main Street, and that we really are the product to brokers like Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, these brokers that focus on payment for order flow to make money off of how often we trade.
Now, it is truly David versus Goliath. You know that. And it seems like the big guys have all the power in this game. So what should be done, and what can us apes do about it?
Yeah, well, I think one of the biggest things you can do is to contact your representatives, find out what exactly needs to change in our capital markets, and ask them to change it. Find out who's donating money from Wall Street into our government, and just follow that trail. And make sure that you're aware of what's happening with your pension fund. If there's a massive firm that's gambling with your retirement, it's best you know about it. So I think being active, learning as much as you possibly can, and not just trusting that the people with most of the power have your best interest in mind. Because more often than not, as we've discovered, they just don't. Our film uses the GameStop and meme stock craze to kind of break open into the stock market world, but the film at large really is about the ills of our markets generally and how it affects everyday people and anyone in our country that has a retirement fund.
And if you want to peek behind the curtain as to what's really happening with your money on Wall Street, honestly, check out the film. If you think you know what you know about the apes from 21, you haven't heard the full story.
I know I learned a lot watching it. It's really well done. You can watch Apes Together Strong. It is right now on Amazon Prime and Apple TV. Finley and Quinn Mulligan, congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.